Okay, so Europe's Strongest Man this weekend. It's Friday, competition's tomorrow, but I thought I'd take you on the journey and show you my vlog, get a bit of behind the scenes stuff and show you what goes into my weekend at Giants Live Europe's Strongest Man. Now obviously I don't compete, as most of you will know, I don't compete anymore, but I am commentating on the live stream, doing some bits with the VIPs, stuff like that. And obviously I get to be involved with the athletes meeting, stuff like that, and hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of action, get a bit of the stuff behind the scenes from the guys, see them warming up, maybe a couple of chats with some of them, and show you some of what goes into my end of it, which is obviously a little bit different to what the athletes do. So yeah, started off this morning, Friday, got to get all my food together and then get on the road. So we'll show you a bit of my food and stuff that I take with me, which I'm not being super strict with my diet at the moment, but I am trying to stick to something relatively healthy. Get married next month, so trying to drop a little bit of body fat at the moment. Don't want to look like a fat mess on my wedding day, so that's the current goal at the minute. So just going to take you through my food, supplements I take with me and stuff like that. Right, so here's what we've got. A load of chicken thighs. I don't worry about separating it into separate containers just because it's easier this way. Got a load of rice cooked, I'll put that in a container that I can take with me. I'll just measure it out as I go. I'll take enough for the meals that I've got planned and then just divide it up, because if I go slightly over on one meal and under on another, it doesn't matter too much, as long as I get my daily amount in. I've got some sweet potato wedges. Skyr, this is for breakfast and snacks. What I do is I mix that with my Beast Farm strawberry cheesecake whey. Use code Terry to get 10% off. Got my squash water bottle, because obviously got to stay hydrated. Some rice cakes as a snack. I will also take my Beast Farm Hydro, just in case I get a bit dehydrated. Obviously it's important to stay hydrated even though I'm not competing anymore. Right, now these are Yohimbine HCl, which are a fat burner basically. Bit of a weird one really, bit of a grey area when it comes to like over the counter stuff, but I've used them in the past, been perfectly healthy and safe. Obviously I would get your health check first if you're considering taking them, but I found they work really well anyway. NMN, which is basically an antioxidant, just makes you feel better. It's the oral version of NAD+, which is shown as like something that's very good for your well-being. TB500, now this is to help my knee, which seems to be working really well. I was using BPC 157 as well, but I've run out, and I'm actually finding that the TB500 is being more beneficial to my knee than the BPC. Melatonin to help me sleep. Actually, melatonin, it's proven that if you take a decent amount of it, sort of 20 to 30 milligrams before you go to bed, one, obviously you get good sleep quality, but also on top of that, you get a bigger release of growth hormone during the night. So that's obviously good for your health. You can't buy these in the shop in the UK, but you can order them online. So worth considering. Again, I personally had no issue with them, but obviously if you're going to take stuff like that, then I would recommend sort of getting yourself checked out first. And also, so with the Skyr and the whey, I add a little bit of granola, just for some carbohydrates. Okay, so we're on our way up to Europe's Strongest Man. I've got to stop off at Fitness Superstore on the way, go and do some filming just for content for social media, so hopefully get some good tip videos done. So we're going to quickly stop off there, and then head up to Leeds afterwards. So up at Fitness Superstore, Body Power's their brand, or one of their brands, doing some filming. This is basically content for social media. Obviously it's educational content, but it's also to help promote the products. So quick little, I love this machine so much. If I had my own space, this is what I would have. So it's got cables, Smith machine, and a rack as well, all in one. You can do seated rows on it. It's got an attachment for that. It's also got a seat that goes on for doing lat pull down, stuff like that. You can do pull-ups. It's literally a machine you can do pretty much everything on. So if I had my own space, I would definitely be getting one of these. But anyway, that's enough of the sales pitch. If you're looking to get any gym equipment from Fitness Superstore, you can use my code Hollands10 for 10% off. They've got some great products. Deadlift bars especially, I really rate their deadlift bar. And it's about 230 quid. But you can get 10% off using my code. So you basically get a top drawer deadlift bar, which the one I've got has had 400 kilos used on it a few times. So it's strong enough. And yeah, you can basically pick up a decent deadlift bar for just over 200 quid. So it's an absolute bargain compared to some places. But anyway, sales pitch done. Doing some filming. It's in Northampton, their headquarters. We are going to finish up here at some point in the near future. Pernille's been helping me out doing squats and stuff because I can't get the bar on my back properly still. So doing a demonstration of a squat, I've got to use her in that. And actually her squatting technique's perfect. So it's actually really beneficial to have her here. So yeah, anyway, when we're done here, we're going to head up to Leeds to Europe's Strongest Man. So just getting this all wrapped up, trying to get as much content filmed as possible, save me having to come back as frequently, and yeah, and then we'll get on our way. But been a busy morning already. So I was in the studio for Fitness Superstore, but just wanted to quickly show you. This is all gym equipment. I don't know if you can see how big this place is. It must be 200 meters long, 150 meters long, literally floor to ceiling with equipment. So plenty of stuff in stock, but fantastic place. If you're into gym stuff like I am, then it's like a kid in a sweet shop. They've got so much stuff in here, it's unbelievable. But all different machines, they stock different brands, as well as sort of making some of their own. But they have some real quality bits of equipment, and really trying to sort of be innovative with what they're doing as well. So yeah, they've got some great kit, and yeah, if you're looking for any gym equipment, they've got stuff right from sort of home gym type stuff right up to commercial gym equipment. So it's worth checking out. So a little tip for you, we're in the services. They all have microwaves. Yeah, so as I was saying, if you're trying to stick to a meal plan, obviously it's not so easy when you're on the road if you like eating your food hot. I mean, if you're that hungry, you'll eat it cold anyway, but pretty much all big services have a baby station, so they have a microwave. And although technically you're not supposed to use it, as long as you don't leave a mess, I'm sure it's not that much of a problem. I've never been stopped for doing it. But yeah, it just means, obviously, a lot of people say, oh, you know, I don't like eating cold food, and I don't, you know, they prep their meals, but they don't want to eat them cold. But yeah, just a little option for you to help you stay on track. If you're prepping your meals and stuff, just stop in a big services, and most of them have a microwave as well. Vanilla's got hers too, so we're all organised. Still staying on track even though we're on the road. But yeah, hopefully that tip helps some of you. We finally made it to the hotel. Traffic weren't too bad, pretty decent journey, and as always with Hilton, don't know if it's only the DoubleTrees, but got my free cookie when we checked in as well, so that was a nice little bonus. But yeah, we made it anyway. Athletes meeting is in about an hour and 20 minutes. So we're going to go and try and grab a bit of food from the supermarket, and then got the meeting, go through all the rules and stuff. Obviously, I don't need to know the rules as such, but it's useful for me to know in case there's something that's worth talking about on the live stream, stuff like that. So I always try and attend those things. It's good to keep notes of stuff like that, just for commentating purposes. So that's the plan for the evening. They're going to a burger restaurant. I'm not sure if I'm going to eat there or not. I know Pernilla doesn't want to, because she doesn't want to eat big, juicy, fatty meat burgers. But
she is eating cookie.
She is sitting there eating the other half of my cookie that I didn't eat. So, cookies are cookies though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So we're all right, baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get that done, and then chill for the rest of the evening. We're going to train in the morning. I'm trying to convince Rob Frampton to train with us in the morning as well, but I don't know if he's going to be free. And then I've actually got a message that I'm doing a live on Facebook before the live stream. So part of that's obviously just to try and generate a bit of interest. So we're doing half an hour before the show starts, just trying to sort of catch a few backstage interviews, stuff like that. So I'll be doing that live, I believe, on Facebook from 4:15 till 4:45. Then we go on to the live stream. And then obviously show kicks off at 5. And we get to see the action go down. So I'll try and catch, obviously, a bit of the action. I can't show too much of it because of the live stream and TV and all the rest of it, but I will try and get a little bit of action, maybe a little bit of backstage, guys warming up, stuff like that. And then, just run you through it. But so far, so good. Busy first day, but we are here and ready. Okay, so it's the morning of the show. It is about 5:20. I'm always an early riser, so this is not unusual for me to be up this early. Pernilla's just gone and do some cardio. I just come downstairs to get a bit of fresh air, really, because I've been stuck in the room for a while. So just wanted to come downstairs. We didn't get much footage yesterday because the restaurant that the guys were eating at was about a 10-minute walk and my knee was playing up, so I decided not to go. Not that I'm being lazy, it was genuinely because my knee was hurting. But hopefully should get a little bit more footage today. I think, we've got quite a busy day ahead. I think all the guys have been doing like interviews, stuff like that. It's just little clips for social media, stuff like that. I haven't had to do anything yet, thank God. Just had to sit in the athletes meeting just so I know the rules and stuff, just to make sure I'm up to scratch with everything. I think there was nothing glaringly obvious. They've changed the load and drag, I think. It's now a anvil into a drag. I think it was meant to be an anchor and carry the anchor, hook it on and then drag it. I actually used the same anchors and chains back in 2005 World's Strongest Man, my first Worlds. It's the exact same anchors and chains, so it's quite cool, bit of history there. Nothing glaringly obvious. 2 reps on the dumbbell, safe press, axle log. I believe, it's not overly heavy, but it's going to be tough for them. Obviously the safe lift, there's a lot of room for error, and also they've got to do 8 reps, so that'll be pretty tough. Deadlifts 350, so the big globes, which is the lighter option of the 2. yeah, it's going to be a good show. I mean, everyone looks in shape. Noticeably, I think Andre looks quite focused, and I know his training's gone really well, so it'd be great to see him get on the podium. There's quite a few of the guys like Smork Stellis, Rauno, Andre, a few of the big hitters that are here haven't qualified for World's Strongest Man yet, so they're all going to be hungry, which is great. Obviously, you've got your sort of Luke Richardsons, Luke Stoltmans that have already qualified for Worlds, but there's a lot of the guys that haven't yet that are good competitors, so it's going to be very interesting. I think there's a few spots at Worlds still up for grabs. I think they were saying there's like 4 or 5. They sent out invites to about 22, I believe, but a couple have passed on them, injuries and what have you. So yeah, I mean, spoke to Matthias a little bit quickly as well. I asked him if he's in shape and he said he thinks so. So that is great to hear. I'm really hoping that he's back to his best, because I think him and Alexi are my 2 favourite competitors to watch. When they're in shape and 100%, I think they're my 2 favourite competitors to watch. I enjoy watching both of them. You know, they're good at all the moving events. They're so like determined and focused. So I really hope he's sort of past his injury woes and he's back to his best at 100%. So yeah, I mean, everyone seems pretty confident, pretty happy. So buzzing for it. I think it's going to be great. And I mean, I genuinely can't call it. I mean, I did a prediction video for Europe's Strongest Man, and I don't have a clue who's going to place where. I think the lineup's so stacked and so evenly matched, and the events are sort of all things that could throw a spanner in the works for some of them. It's very easy to make mistakes on some of these events as well, so it's going to be great. And yeah, can't wait for it. So I think we're heading down at about 1:30. They do like the dress rehearsal, stuff like that. I'm starting the live on Facebook just after 4 o'clock. Got a little 3D printed dumbbell actually as a microphone holder, so when I'm doing the interview, so that should be fun. And yeah, I mean, it's all good. I think it's can't wait to get going with it all, really, to be totally honest. It's always the sort of calm before the storm the morning of the show. Even though I'm not competing, obviously I'd have been a lot more nervous if I was competing, but still there's that buzz about it on the day of the actual show. So really can't wait to get going and can't wait to see how it all pans out. So breakfast time, nice view in the background. It's really pretty up. It's actually me and Pernilla were just talking about it. This is definitely my favourite show of the year. Best hotel, best arena, biggest crowd. Yeah, as far as sort of live shows go, I think it doesn't get any better than Europe's Strongest Man, in my opinion. I think it's always a great crowd, always great athletes. So yeah, everything about it is fantastic. Like I said, the hotel is brilliant, and the arena is so cool as well. But also the breakfast at this one is very good, so I'm not going to partake too much just because I'm trying to, as I said earlier in the video, trying to keep my weight down a little bit. So I'll tell you what I'm going to have. So I'm not going to eat all these yolks. I'm going to cut them out, some of them, and then I've got toast. And that is literally my breakfast. So I seem to at the moment be flitting between Greek yogurt with protein and granola and eggs on toast. Usually I would put egg whites in with the eggs, but I haven't got them obviously, so I'll just take some of the yolks out of those. I'll have 2 yolks and then the egg whites from the other 3. Okay, so we made it to the gym. Ultraflex North Leeds. We actually trained here last year after the show. We popped in and did a session on the way home. Wicked gym anyway, so we thought we'd come and get a quick one in before we head down to the arena and stuff. So yeah, getting a quick session in, get that done. Yeah, and then head back and get ready. Oh, nearly fell down the stairs there. Right, session done. Awesome session. Like I said, if you're up in Leeds, Ultraflex North Leeds, because there's 2 in Leeds, is a fantastic gym. It's literally got everything, whether you're sort of powerlifting, strongman. They've got a few bits of strongman equipment, loads of stuff, but it's absolutely brilliant. Second session that we've done up here, and yeah, both of them I've loved. So the best thing about it as well is they have brownies all the time, freshly cooked brownies. I don't know what company it is. Is it Savvy Baker, I think. But anyway, they're absolutely amazing. And every time we come up here, I think a lot of the Ultraflexes do it, but we've got to try one.
It's a Biscoff.
So we've got a Biscoff Blondie. It was absolutely amazing. And as a good friend of mine said, Paul Knight, coaches lots of bodybuilders, if you're going to eat crappy food, best time to do it is after training. So, little tip for you there. Anyway, absolutely brilliant. Great session. Got totally upstaged on the arm workout by Panilla. Looking like a female Incredible Hulk. But yeah, anyway, catch you soon. So, down at the arena time. The guys haven't started yet. Some of them are here, some of them aren't. They're going to do a dress rehearsal. I'm just walking around with my microphone. There's actually going to be a microphone in the top there. So this is when I'm doing the interviews for all the guys before the live stream goes on. So this is going to be live on Facebook or wherever it is. But yeah, this is my microphone holder. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's actually really heavy. I'm just making it look like because I'm so strong. No, in all seriousness, it was 3D printed, but very cool. Yeah, arena looks good as always. I think it's pretty much sold out as always. So yeah, it's going to be a fantastic show. We got we got new official sponsors out. Bad Rhino. You know, if you want any big man's clothes, head over to Bad Rhino. You'll see lots and lots and lots of pictures of me, including ones in my pants. So, you know, because I also sell those and I have to model for them. So yeah, anyway, it's going to be a fantastic show. Looking forward to it. Doing the live stream. Between the events, I'm sort of just filling in the gaps. Me and Nicola. I think it's Loz is out on the floor today because obviously Kaz is sick at the moment, so couldn't make it. So Loz is sort of stepping into that role, which is good for me because I hate being out on the floor. I'm far too shy for that. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Anyway, I think it's going to be fantastic, and I still can't decide on who I think is going to win. There she is, the little alcoholic? Workaholic. Alcoholic, she's definitely not one of those. Always working. Right, so they're about to do the run through. We're going to try and get a bit of this. Get shouted at by Colin probably. They're saying secret stuff.
Come in a little bit closer on our things just to make sure we get this briefing done super quick and get it over with.
Just put those flags over there, guys.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am actually.
It's going to be a good show. Can you call a winner?
No. Actually, I think there's a lineup where maybe not everybody can win, but
there's
probably got 5 or 6 guys that can win.
I agree. I can't call it at all.
You wouldn't have called Luke and Ivers last year necessarily.
No.
But I think you've got Mateus, obviously. You can get over the hurdle of deadlift.
We're good.
Pav, Luke Richardson, if he's feeling better. You know, his calf can just occasionally go on fire, can't he? Yeah. Now, no, Heinle's a man who's his grip's okay.
Well, I think as well, because a lot of them are obviously still trying to get them last couple of spots at Worlds as well.
Oh, these guys are in shape. Look at Coletto.
Yeah.
Coletto used to be a 105 kilo world champion. He's about 205 kilos now. Yeah. He's stacked with muscle, isn't he?
Yeah, he's looking big.
He's looking very impressive. Paddy's a hell of an athlete. And he's desperate to make it still. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Those who've already made it, will they pull back a gear?
Yeah, maybe.
To Worlds.
I'm just praying Mateus is back to his best.
Me too.
He's one of my favourite competitors to watch when he's in top shape. He's fucking unbelievable.
He's just, at the Magnus Classic, him pressing 154 kilos in minus 19 conditions.
Yeah.
It's just immense. He's got some talents that are just
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
There's the trophy. It'd be interesting to see who takes that home. But yeah, managed to catch up with Colin now. He's usually too busy and doesn't really want to talk to me, but yeah, it's all good. All the guys look really focused. I'm buzzing for tonight. I think exactly like Colin said, it's almost impossible to call it. There's so many variables, things that can go wrong, who's in shape, who's not, but it looks like everyone's in shape and everyone looks very focused. So like we said, there's a couple of spots still up for grabs at Worlds. So the guys want to obviously get those last few spots.
Strength. It's more than just muscle. It's the quiet fire that burns inside. The Sigmarsson, Vermagnuson. Those who bent iron with their hands, lifted stones that could have crushed lesser men, and walked through fire, not because we stand on their shoulders. Every drop of sweat on this stage, every ounce of muscle pushed to its breaking point, every trembling hand gripping a weight. This is a trio of heart. It's a testament to every time you fell down and got back up. It's about the battles fought in silence.
To our MC for the evening, to introduce the athletes, Mr. Neil Pickup.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Europe's Strongest Man at the first direct arena in Leeds, England. Welcome to Giants Live.
So I was going to show all the entrances, but there's some technical issues which are beyond my knowledge to explain. So sound problems and saying about bit rates or some computer nerd stuff. So yeah, I won't bother showing you the rest of it. You kind of get the idea anyway. So yeah, but that's why they do the rehearsals. I know it sounds a bit silly doing a rehearsal like for an entrance, but they got to make sure it's right. I think Darren just said there's about 10,000 people here tonight, so obviously you don't want to be making mistakes when the show's actually happening. So that's why they do the rehearsal now. Make sure it's perfect so everyone gets the best experience they can. So I'm here with Rob Frampton.
Hello. We ready?
We are ready.
This is going to be a good one. This is possible. I don't know about you, Joel, but I think this is one of my favourite arenas, only because of the amount of records that's been here.
It is my favourite, definitely. I think I said that to my missus earlier. The hotel, the arena. This is my favourite show of the year.
Well, it's all good approximation as well. The hotel's just up the road.
Yeah.
The parking's really good, and the arena I find because of how the seats are situated. The bleachers is really quite a good angle. They're almost on top of you, aren't they?
Well, I said when you come out that like you do the walkout, it literally looks like a wall of people in front of you. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and the noise. That's what I love about here. The noise.
Who's going to win?
Wow, tricky. Let me go podium because I'm not sure on the winners yet, but I definitely think Luke. It's either Luke Stallman, Luke Richardson, Pav, or Paddy. Paddy's the dark horse. Oh gosh, I forgot about Matthias. How can you forget about Matthias?
I really hope Matthias is like back to his best.
Yeah, I want to see Matthias here as the Terminator, as we know and love him from a few years ago when he was just nails. And obviously seeing him last night at the athletes meeting, how good did he look?
Yeah, he looks focused.
He's in good spirit. He looks great. Yeah. What must he weigh? 155?
Well, I mean, I'm just over 150, and he's quite considerably bigger than I am.
He's a big boy.
He's in good shape as well. It's not like his sloppy weight either.
Yeah, so my top 3-4 may change. I love him to come back. He would be.
Even someone like Paddy, we didn't sort of talk about this. Like Paddy, a lot of people don't perhaps know him that well. Did well at the Britons, but didn't do well on the press. But everything else, he was really good. These events here are really good for him.
Very good for him. Yeah, he's great with a shield. He's great with any moving. Like so, the Medley would be good. The shield would be great. The overhead will be a little bit of an Achilles, but he's worked hard. He went up to Giants a couple of weeks ago and nailed the safe press a couple of times.
And that is hard as well.
So, and his ability to just keep changing and training hard, and I think he's putting the effort in.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. Right, okay, so there's Rob's opinion. Rob's helping all the guys out backstage and stuff as well, and just generally being a funny guy and a nuisance at the same time. But this is my... I mean, we're lucky. First interview we got the main man himself, current world's strongest man, Tom. Looking forward to the show tonight? obviously seen him train over the last few weeks. Is he ready to go and in good shape?
So diligent there. Little touch and go, and he really took his time. He's on to the second implement. How big his fitness going to be here was very punishing. Team killer around his walls. You saw those different strategies. What do you expect here?
Nice repair. He's been pretty good on the dumbbell. Has great mobility, Paraguayan has. Andy Flynn just not able to stabilise on that first number. Needs to punch hard overhead and lock that way up. There you go. Much, much better.
Experienced campaign of Paul O'Dwyer. Got some great events tonight, Paul. That experience will count. We've seen when he's on his game, he is a handful. Gets that balance. To the top there.
Both Gavin and Nick got
It
through the
will
same
be
way, no problem.
so impressive if both men can stick
First
this.
two to get onto the axle.
Specialist subject, top end strength.
This is good. Oh, Andy just running out of stamina right there.
And the experience of the bull shining through, taking his time. The arena will be crazy if he sticks this one.
Come on
You can
now.
see David Bilton stays himself, sets himself ahead.
That's the lead so far.
Oh, Richardson was sick. Put himself steady now as Harold it's the first one. Beautiful again from Richardson. As is the second. He looks solid. Gillis Popsky edges in front, but nothing to choose between these athletes right now. And both men set the action. Richardson's power was immoral. Absolutely decimated that press. Look at this, Lawrence. Richardson again.
Runs here. Both athletes onto the log. 2 reps needed. Neck and neck. One motion there. Finish confidence just got ahead. Last rep. He gets it. Luke Richardson also gets it.
You don't know how happy I am to be here to compete next to you and give you a good show. It was 6 years break. It was last trials and here. So I'm very, very happy and very thankful and grateful to be here.
There you go, first event. Not sure exactly where everyone placed, but I know that I think Matthias won, Andre and Luke were second and third. I'm not sure what way they were, but great performances from those guys. Just goes to show you though, everyone was saying it was too light, it's too easy. It's not too light and it's not too easy. They're tricky implements. The axle's hard just because of the way it is, the fixed wheels, stuff like that. Obviously the safe press, however you want to call it, yoke press, safe press. There used to be safes at World's Strongest Man. It's a very tough event, it's tricky. See, Parr had it locked out but just didn't quite sort of have it stabilised. So yeah, it's tricky. And you know, on paper it looks easy, but it's not easy, and they never make anything easy. So yeah, great performance from a few of the boys there, but looks like Matthias is back, which is fantastic. So I just missed Paddy Haynes break the world record by a lot. Almost 90 metres. Unfortunately, I needed a toilet break.
But this is less of a race and more of a distance marathon. Scotland is strong. And Richardson now steadying away, slowing down a little. Stoltman is
So we've got three at a time. We've got Avon, Nick Candy and Browno.
Like these head-to-head events, you're the pressure, peripheral of your other competitors against you. There's an error cause. Can we just win the yes? Oh!
I don't know who was second out of Avon or Browno.
What's that all about?
Someone's cold. I mean, to be fair, it's not warm in here, but she's got my jacket, her jacket, a hoodie. Yeah, I told her she looked like E.T. and she wasn't impressed. But cold. You look like an Eskimo. You should be used to this. You're from Norway. It's cold.
And you can see how much it meant to you. And in lane number 3, the reigning and defending Europe's strongest man representing Scotland as the Highlander, Luke Stoltman. In fact, launches the 20-metre marker and he sets off the Irishman extremely fast. It's pulling this one back. Wow!
I don't know which one of them got
I don't know, maybe
that.
We move to our next event, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this
Andrew
lineup.
Flynn.
Firstly,
Luke
representing the Czech Republic. Athletes are tearing down the course. Richardson is in front and he needs to keep his head up here because that is quick. It's the future of the win. 0.2 with the follow-up and he's
Great performance from Luke Richardson now. Unbelievably fast. We've got a big three up now. Matthias, Pavlo and Paddy Haynes. So, is that time under threat? It could be. These three are all going to be very, very fast. So, be interested to see what happens. My money would be on Luke still winning the event because I think it's hard to go any quicker than that. But you know, I wouldn't bet any money on it, put it that way. So, we had a tie. Luke Richardson and Matthias Kielikowski tied. Exact same time. So, yeah, impressive stuff from both of them. Not often you see ties on events like this. So, yeah, I mean, well done to both of them. Both so fast. Looks like that's the way that this show's going to go down. I mean, Luke could definitely claw some points back on the deadlift.
Incredible result.
Typically a better deadlifter than Matthias, but I think Matthias had about a 3-point lead, I believe. So that could be all square going into the stones. So
First repetition, smooth like butter, as is the second, Lawrence. What would you expect here?
I think we can see 10 reps from around up. He's going to have to dig deeper around his early. He knows there's some good guys to come. And he'll want to set them up. He will want to win this event. Irish Max Dennis, late last year, had knee surgery. Obviously, he was second place. He was so close to taking the win in this contest last year. Still digging deep. He comes up with 4 reps.
7th for Rambo, 11th for record.
Punishment these men have taken, and Rambo will be trying to will himself on.
Considering this is a full possess, I think it's pretty good going.
Estonian raises to his feet again and raises the bar one more time. It's the hitch. This is really solid from the wire.
And those first 4 reps are good. Legs starting to shake there, but he's got more in him. Crowd, he needs it. There you go.
5 from Parnell.
5 repetitions for old Wires. Clanby hits the hitch and gets the down for hit.
2 real up-and-coming stars of the sport, both making easy work of the first rep. Paddy's on to 3. It's working strong by both these guys. 8 reps is the target to beat. We know.
Nothing to choose between them now.
6 reps puts Paddy into second place. Paddy Matrano on 8. He's knocking out. Gets it. Hasn't got anything left to take the hour and win. He shakes his head.
Down is the Yorkshireman. Touch and goal for the second, which is also crushed, and the third.
Big event in terms of this contest. Luke Richardson, a great deadlifter. If Mateusz Kinishkovsky has one weakness, it is the deadlift. But he's got targets to beat. He needs to pull hard. If he can get 4 or 5 reps, he puts himself in a great position. Luke Richardson just stopped there after the third one. Hopefully he's okay.
It's that Hitchin takes it to 4 Richardson. Has he got any more in the time? Positions already nailed on. Kinishkovsky resting up there. Richardson, McNee and Hitchin. There is the repetition, and he gets the down send-up.
This is big for Kinishkovsky. If he can lock this out and get a 4th rep. Oh, just outside. Outside the time.
Really cool.
Tie with Matthews.
Underway we go!
He gets the tiebreaker, so there's a lot to play for here. And both of these 2 can still win the goal.
This is hugely important. And you can see Kinishkovsky trying to pull away from the dark horse. But it is not happening right now. And Hayes is right there with him. Massive effort required here. And we will see who is stronger than the
Totally was watching while we were doing that.
Here we go. Luke Richardson hits the first stone. And the second needs to keep nice and solid on old Trophy Richardson. It's how you finish, and he knows that there is the fourth one. Your stone for Luke Richardson. Beauty!
Matthias in 3rd. So he just picked Andre on the stone. Andre got to 4th place, but that still should be enough to qualify for World's Strongest Man. Pleased for Matthias though, he's such a nice guy as well.
Matthias wants to get back on the trophy. Back on the trophy, back on the trophy. With the trophy in hand. And in second place, getting our silver trophy. The new star of strength from England.
load of potential, gets his qualification at World's Strongest Man as well. Brilliant to see.
One up from the cage to the Scotsman, the legend, into the silver medal position and Europe's strongest man. We now hand over to Neil Pickup for our champion. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of us, direct arena. All ask you all to stand up for me, please, because we've got a special moment. Yes, please. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. He is the new 2025 Strongest Man.
Luke's a popular winner with all the fans, but also all the athletes as well. Everyone's got so much time for Luke, and great performance from him, really pleased for him. I love the attitude he had afterwards as well. It's kind of like, you know, when he's had those mishaps, those injuries, everyone's saying he should retire and stuff. He's like, what are you saying now? And he thoroughly deserves this moment. It was a great performance. So, morning after the show, and didn't really do a wrap up last night because I was absolutely exhausted. I'm not going to lie, it was a very long day yesterday. I was really tired, but it was totally worth it. Show was fantastic, really enjoyed it. Everyone delivered. Crowd were great, events were great. Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about it at all. I think it was a brilliant show. Obviously guys like Paddy and Andre Foytu improving all the time, moving up the ranks. Great to see Matthias back. You know, everyone played their part as well. Andrew Flynn's part, you know, all these guys, even Rauno sort of placed a bit lower down, had a couple of amazing performances. So everyone played their part, and I think it was a fantastic show. Ultimately, it just came down to Luke delivering the performance he's capable of, and not making any mistakes and being consistent. I mean, you know, I've always said that Luke Richardson is someone that could win World's Strongest Man in the future. I think he doesn't have those like glaring weaknesses. Like when I was in my prime, my overhead press was always a weakness, and I'd always drop too many points. Was pretty decent at everything else, apart from forward holds. Forward holds and overhead presses I was really poor on. So it's hard to win shows when you're, when you've got a glaring weakness like that. It kind of doesn't matter. Even if you sort of can place really high at Worlds, you'll go into other shows and maybe still not win them because you still lose too many points on that one event. So, you know, it's all about consistency and having that sort of ability to perform well across every event. And I think Luke Richardson has that. He's great deadlifter, great presser, good conditioning, good speed. You know, he's probably not the absolute best at anything. You know, he's up there on everything though. He's very, very good. And obviously with the injury woes he's had in the past and stuff like that, we actually both had bicep tears at the same time in 2021 at World's Strongest Man. So we spent a lot of time chatting, obviously, and I've known Luke since he was, well, pretty much a boy. So it's fantastic to see him really sort of, you know, coming to that sort of level that he's capable of. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be this year at World's Strongest Man, but he'll be in the mix for sure. The events that they did last night are very similar to the final events at World's Strongest Man, so he performed well. So obviously that shows, you know, he's capable. So yeah, all in all, great show, great crowd. I mean, I think the live stream went okay. I don't think I made any like terrible cock-ups like I sometimes do that play on my mind for ages, but I feel like it went really well. Yeah, nothing really bad to say. Obviously, Luke Stoltman had a bit of an injury. Hopefully nothing serious, and he's just been, you know, cautious because he's got World's Strongest Man coming up. Gav Bilton with a bit of an injury on the last event as well. It was a bit of a weird one because I thought he'd torn his bicep, and then I saw him last night when we got back to the hotel, and it's something in his forearm. He's got like a real big red swollen mark on his forearm, which I've never seen before. But they have had a look at him and they think it's something that's sort of tendon related in his forearm. So again, hopefully nothing serious. So yeah, I mean, all in all, brilliant show. All the guys delivered. Everyone played their part, and crowd were fantastic as always. So yeah, I think onwards and upwards. That's pretty much stuff done till World's Strongest Man now in terms of the sort of big internationals. World's Strongest Man next month, and then we're back into like Royal Albert Hall, Shore Classic, or Strongest Man on Earth as it's called now. Yes, so the shows start coming again, thick and fast. Yeah, but anyway, hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight to what it's like backstage and stuff like that, and you kind of enjoyed it. But any questions, as always, pop them in the comments. Anything you'd like to see me posting, pop them in the comments. Yeah, and obviously I appreciate everyone that's watching these videos. I really, obviously I'm trying to grow the YouTube, but it's kind of difficult when I'm trying to do it all myself, in all honesty. So hopefully I can get to a point where eventually I can get someone on board to help me with it, and I can make it even bigger and better. But one thing I will say is on officialstrongman.com, if you didn't watch it, you can still go back and watch all the action. You can rewind it, play it again. So it's on demand, so you can go and watch all the old shows, and including Europe's Strongest Man from last night. So if you do want to see the full contest, which I highly recommend, it's on there. You can go and watch it. Just officialstrongman.com and sign up. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't know what the next video is going to be, but I'll figure something out. Cheers.